but we have to talk about Tucker for a moment.
Yeah.
And that's because
God.
yesterday, of course, we showed you that text exchange between him and Alex Berenson where he seemed sort of genuinely sorry that people mischaracterized or misunderstood his eulogy at Charlie Kirk's funeral. And so he went on with Glenn Greenwald to discuss that and many other issues. But first and foremost, you guys, he wants you to know it is weird when people obsess about the Jews, and he doesn't do that.
I don't think everything's about Jews. Like, I have whole periods of my day where I don't brood about Jews. I mean, it's so crazy. And it's actually the definition of craziness. You know, you like see things that aren't there. If I was trying to make a point about Israel, I would just say it. Why wouldn't I? That's the last thing I intended to do. And I think it's very bad for your soul to become obsessed either because of hate or because of ethno-narcissism. I mean, both are kind of the same thing. They're twins.
Again, no self-awareness.
Yeah.
0%.
It's a little bit weird if you look at a lot of his shows. It's weird to me that you just don't hear these folks like, you know, talking about Qatar or China or Iran or Russia. You know what I mean? You just don't hear a lot of that from the folks that are constantly talking about the Jews.
Well, and for him to say, I just spend most of my days not even thinking about the Jews. The rest of their podcast was very, very much about the Jews, and specifically a couple of points or accusations, I should say, that he made about Netanyahu. Here is the first one.
Bibi's running around. This is a fact. I'm not guessing about this because I talked to people he said it to. Is running around the Middle East, his region, and his own country, and telling people point blank, just stating it, I control the United States. I control Donald Trump. He's saying that. And again, I'm not guessing at all. That's a fact.
Except that, of course, it is not. And so former Israeli ambassador tweeted at him saying, hey, Tucker, who are the people saying that Netanyahu is running around the Middle East telling people he controls Donald Trump? You say it's a fact, then prove it. All I can say is that, one, I know Netanyahu better than most, and I have never heard him say anything remotely like that. And two, he hasn't run anywhere around the Middle East in years. He's been home fighting a war. Hello.
Right.
So there was that accusation, which was weird on its face. But then he tried to tie Israel to the post 9/11 Iraq war, which again, here's what he said.
Within hours, the buildings were still burning. There were people in Washington discussing and pushing a war against Iraq. But nevertheless, at the behest of a foreign government, Israel, the United States began preparing for war against Iraq.
And again, we had David Wormser call that out as a total lie. He said, this is a lie. I was there. It is a lie. And if you're curious about who David Wormser is, he is the author of A Clean Break, which is a 1996 study written on behalf of Netanyahu on how to solve their security problems, which included removing Saddam Hussein from power. He has some background on this issue. And so he's like, this is just completely and utterly false. And this is, but this is what Tucker's obsessed with. And for him to present himself as if he's not is utterly insane.
And didn't he just come out with a 9/11 thing? Like
I don't even want to see it. I
know, but he did come out with that, right? Like that is a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a 5-part series, I think.
9/11 was an inside job, blah. Yeah. There's a lot of people on our side that think that. So anyway.
And then I'm not going to play this whole thing because it's too crazy to even try to pick apart. But Candace Owens, who basically her and Tucker are the same person to me at this point, she has now decided that Charlie Kirk's murder was due to like an underground, let me see if I have it right, an underground Polish communist group, but also is somehow related to bees. I promise you, I'm not making this up.
Actually, the way that you said it, I can't. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny.
I saw a 4.5 minute clip of her talking about
When
bees
you
and how
said
like there's
bees,
bees in
I'm
the
sorry,
Utah flag.
stop. When you said bees, I thought of the scene. I literally what popped into my mind when you said bees. I'm sorry, just to rationalize my laughing, okay? Because I immediately went to Tommy Boy when they were drunk in the car and he was like, bees, bees, and he's running around. He didn't want to get a ticket. You guys remember that scene? That's literally
One
what
of the greatest movies
my
ever.
brain immediately went to that scene where Chris Farley and then David Spade threw up and he's like, oh, you know what I mean? That's what I thought of. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I just immediately thought of that scene with the bees. Bees.
But
you
I'm
guys, bees.
serious. Like I don't understand the connection exactly because she's a lunatic. And so
Are the
she
bees,
goes through this.
Are the bees Jewish? Are they Jewish bees?
No, they are Polish
wear little
communist bees.
They wear little
Hello.
yarmulkes. They're little yarmulkes on their head and they're flying around. They're Jew bees.
We want to remind you that this is something that you should be including in your daily routine. It's Beam, creatine.
Yeah, I'm the weirdo that reads like nutrition and fitness books for fun. I've read a lot. I do that
She
for
does.
fun.
I've never
I do
understood
that.
it. I'm like, give me fiction any day.
I know.
She's like, I want to learn things.
I want to
Why?
learn like all about nutrition. I'm a dork. But I've read a lot about creatine and what it can do for middle-aged women, not just what it can do for like gym bros, you know, but and it will like help you gain muscle. It'll do that. But it's also this truly incredible supplement for cognitive function. It's literally one of the most researched supplements out there for brain function and energy and longevity. It is an awesome supplement, you guys. It really is. And I started taking Beam Creatine because it's clean, it's effective, it's trustworthy. But they're a conservative company, which has become really important to me over the past couple of years. I look for American companies that make American products, and Beam is made in America. They support quality, they support American jobs. They believe in all the conservative values that we believe in. There's no junk. It's just science-backed ingredients. And creatine will boost your energy, your brain function, your long-term health. And if you're trying to gain muscle, it'll help you with that too. The company was founded on hard work and integrity. They're great people. And that's the kind of brand that we like supporting us, and we like supporting them. So it's completely tasteless. You just put like a scoop in juice or your protein shakes or water or whatever you drink, and you can just make it part of your daily routine. So it's really awesome. You should try it if you haven't. They are giving you a discount of up to 30% off for a limited time. You can go to shopbeam.com/chicks and use code chicks at checkout. That's shopbeam, BEAM.com/chicks and use code chicks. Do it. Yeah.
So listen, Antoinette Erasmus is very upset. She's like, she did not say that. People must watch her podcast in the whole. So,
Oh my God,
and I will
sorry.
not subject myself to that at all. But you're welcome to go and see her bee theory.
Watch the Jew bee episode and report back because we want to hear all about it.
So anyway, that's her latest. And so, and by the way, remember how we played a clip of her, I think it was last week, where she does this thing now where she says if she may not know something, but it's in her gut. So she doesn't know,
but she knows.
It
doesn't.
She doesn't know.
No.
She knows. So she said that again yesterday. Okay. And I think it's funny when she says it. And so I clipped.
So what's happening here? Well, I can tell you my suspicion. I think that this is a program. I don't know, but I know.
But I know.
You know? I don't know, but I know.
Right. She doesn't know.
She says that.
But she knows. You know? It's the Jubies, you guys.
It's the Jubies. It's the
yarmulkes.
Polish-commie Jubies.
With the yarmulkes.
With the yarmulkes.
That's right.
Also, there's a clip of her floating around this morning that is so creepy. I don't know the context. It's only 7 seconds, and I'm saving it forever because I feel like it'll be applicable in so many future videos of ours. But here is what is going around crazy on socials right now.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
Okay.
I don't know the context at all. No idea, but it's terrifying.
Give me nightmares. Also, we cannot confuse Jubies with the Jujubes. Okay,
totally different.
Different things entirely.
Different.
All right,
totally different.
Okay.
Yeah, don't confuse those two things.